A common scenario for blue water sailors is to be sailing off the wind in an increasing breeze. It is time to reef, and the seas have been building. The Sailing 101 manual says one must head to wind to reef the mainsail, but the seas are big and discouraging one from turning into them. What to do? Wait for smoother seas? Of course not. Instead, I have been trying to perfect a technique which does not require a course change. The reefing system for the mainsail in Cyclops comprises two lines, one leading the tack and one leading to the clew. Typically, when in coastal waters, one might reef by going head to wind, but when the breeze builds and the sea builds, one would rather do it while still reaching. Here I'm attempting to do it while reaching in 15 knots of wind. Instead of dropping the main halyard 8 feet for the first reef, I drop it just 2 feet, and then incrementally tighten up the tack and clew reef lines. By not dropping a large amount of main halyard, the mainsail doesn't flog and get caught on the lazy jacks. First, I ease the main sheet as much as possible, taking much of the load off the sail. Then I prep the winches by putting both the tack reef line and the clew reef line on opposite winches at the coach roof. You can see I'm working both winches to tighten up both the tack reef and the clew reef. It's important to look to see what your job is doing to make sure that nothing's hooked and the right part is tightening up. Here I am easing another 2 feet of main halyard. Notice I don't use the winch, I just wrap it around the winch to have some friction. Then I keep repeating the process, making sure that the mainsail's not getting caught the lazy jacks. It's a good idea not to overly stress the mast sliders, so tightening up the tack should be done before tightening up the clew very hard. The theory of that is that with the tack line on hard, then the clew will not disproportionately pull on one of the sliders. I forgot to release the vang. When you're reefing, the shape of the mainsail changes and the vang needs to be eased. By the way, when you ease it, you shouldn't just open up the clutch. Bad for the line. Mainsail's reefed. Now it's time to trim in. My goal is to be able to put a reef in with the spinnaker up, but we'll try that one later. Now, after trimming in, you see if you need to put more main halyard on. The boat is now more balanced with the reef. The usual rules apply to this reefing. Prioritize unloading the mainsail by easing the main sheet and the vang. Then, slowly walk the sail down by small eases in the main halyard and incremental tightening of the two reef lines. Always look at the clew and tack to make sure the reefs are not fouled. Do you reef differently on your boat?